And today we are here to talk about Married to Medicine. I don't know what season because I'm hopping on here late, but let's just get into it, shall we? Man. Can't ball in a life, man. Go on with it, go on with it. Do us. So we are coming in with a force. Yeah. Blessings we are reaping, we coursing on. All right, y'all. My apologies for getting on here late. And the thing said 9:15. I thought it was 9:30. Child, but I am here. Your girl is in the building. So let's get into this episode of Married to Medicine. So the episode starts off with Anila and Karen. They're back at the house and they're talking about the robbery. Okay. So someone has taken some valuables from their home and they're explaining this to the children. They just got back to the house because it happened on a night where they went out to dinner with the family. It was before Christmas. And, they came home to their things being gone, mainly the things in Anila's room, some jewelry and valuables of sorts. But it seems very targeted because they went straight to her bedroom and took her jewelry. So it's kind of odd how all of this is happening. But Anila is very flustered. She went to her mom's house for a week or so to kind of clear her head because of all the stuff that was going on. But it's all in all, this is a tragedy, and I don't wish this on anybody. Okay, so the family is very traumatized, but then they start showing the cameras around the house, and I'm like, first of all, why wasn't the cameras on? Second of all, production, why are you filming where these people's cameras are at? I hope you didn't show all of them because that's like an open welcome mat to, hey, let's come back again. So I don't know, but y'all, quiet as is kept, in my opinion. I wouldn't be surprised if Anila did that so that she could go ahead and get rid of her mama so she ain't have to figure out a way to tell her, listen, this whole you being the nanny situation, it ain't gonna work out. So let me go ahead and stage this situation here so that you can go home and I can get back to my life and find me a real nanny and find me somebody that's going to be a nanny and clean up my house, or I got to hire a cleaning service and a nanny, whatever I got to do, long as you get up out of here, mama, because this here that we got going on, this ain't going to work out. So sometimes, I don't know, maybe sis went to the extreme, but that's just an assumption. I don't know if that went on, but I wouldn't be surprised if that's what happened. But y'all ain't, don't hold me to it. But moving on. In the next scene, Jackie invites Dr. Ballard in. She's basically ushering her into the practice. She's going to be the new doctor that's going to take on to basically make her work light. Dr. Jackie is getting older. She needs to go ahead and live her life. I know that she loves to work and whatnot, and she's really into medicine, and that's really her passion. But she has so many other things going on. She has her skincare line. She has her foundation. She has all these different things that she's doing. And Curtis has been saying for years that he wants to spend more time with her. So this is the time to do it. So Dr. Ballard comes in. She's, walking her around to the staff, showing her around, showing her how she likes to keep things, because you know how Dr. Jackie is. She's very OCD, and sis is very precise and very particular about how her things should go. So she showed her about the little forceps and how they supposed to go up in the thing and how they supposed to be put back after they come out the thing and all that and things. Okay. So she takes her to her office, and I thought this was really nice. She gave her a Gucci bag. Now, child, I be feeling like I done went into the wrong daggone profession. Like, child, you buying your staff Gucci bags, Dr. Jackie? I need to go back to school. I ain't do something right, because my boss ain't never bought me no damn Gucci bag, child. But I digress. But I loved how she ushered her in and kind of treated her as if how she wanted to be treated when she first entered the practice. And I think this is going to be a good look for her. And it also allowed Jackie to get out of there in the daytime, which is something she is not used to doing. She used to working from sun up to sundown, okay? And she probably didn't get to see the weather change because she was in her office all the daggone time. So she goes home, and Curtis is making a sandwich, and she's like, you ain't make me no sandwich? So he ends up giving her the sandwich, child. And then she want to critique how unhealthy it may be. But of course, that's Dr. Jackie for you. What do you expect? Okay. So then she talks, I really loved seeing how excited she was. I would have thought that Jackie would be feeling some type of way about not working as much, but I'm glad that she's embracing it, because this could be a really huge deal for her marriage, because I know Curtis had his indiscretions in the past, but now maybe they'll have more time, since they are getting older. Spend more time with your husband, do more things to create things out of life. Working is something that's always, was going to be there, but you have the financial means now to not have to work as much. You're providing opportunities for other people. Sit back, relax, enjoy your life. So Curtis brings out, she says, we can go golfing together. I'll even drive um your old cars and all your antique cars and all this stuff. I'll do whatever you want to do. And of course, I think she spent more time talking about her other business ventures that she's going to put more time in. So I hope that she doesn't utilize this time away from the practice to spend more time on other businesses, which further is going to push her away from spending time with Curtis. I really hope she really dials in and makes that her biggest deal, spending time with her husband. So he brings out these golf clubs, because he's like, oh, you gonna go golfing with me? So he brings the golf clubs out. And then Jackie says, oh, that just made me moist. I'm like, ooh, that made me very cringe when she did that. I was like, all right, Jackie, now you're going a little bit too far now. You hear? You and these damn O shots don't get no more. Okay? Because you a little drippy and doing too much. But you and Curtis, y'all go ahead and do what you got to do, but do it in silence, okay? Because we don't want to hear about it. All right? So moving on. Toya and Eugene pick Ashton, their oldest son, up from school, and they talk about his assignments and how he was missing an assignment, but he was tired or something, and she told him that he should have talked to the teacher about it and whatnot. But his birthday is coming up, so they're also planning things for his birthday. But then they also talk about Eugene and how he's having a change in his career. So Eugene, as we all know, has been an ER doctor for the longest time, and he's been feeling really beat up over it, and he's been needing a change. So now we learned that he got a new job as the oncology urgent care specialist, specializing with patients with cancer. So with this, he's going to have less hours during the week, and he's going to have weekends off, which is great. So, and that's really interesting to me. I didn't know that an ER doctor could transition into something so something like a specialty like cancer like that. So it's really cool to see that they have that type of flexibility with their education, whether they can transition over to new things like that. And I think that's going to be good, because we need more people in that field as well to hopefully end cancer's reign. Okay. So I love the fact that that's also going to create more time with the family. Toya even brings up that's more time they can actually do the grown up at nighttime instead of doing it in the morning. And Eugene was like, well, we can do it in the morning too. Just wake me up. And she's like, but you're asleep. I'm like, child, Eugene, I know you ain't giving her no sleepy dick, sir. I'm gonna need you to wake you and your dick up, okay? Because I don't want no limp noodle dick. That's dead, okay? But moving on, I'm glad that they're gonna have some time to spend more time together. So they go to the grocery store. It looks like a specialty grocery store, like a meat market of sorts, to get, because Ashton, which I love. He loves to cook with his dad, and Eugene is very passionate about cooking. And he actually looked like his food probably tastes good, especially since he working day and night, and obviously cooking the meals at home too, which I don't know how the heck he manages to do all that. If Toya is the housewife, I don't know why he working and then coming home and cooking dinner, but hey, that's their life. Whatever, mama business. But apparently him and Ashton do this together. And this is really cool, because Ashton decided he wants to have a dinner party with his little friends, which is so cool and cute. So, child, Ashton asked for the Wagyu. Child, I don't even know how to say it right, because I can't afford it. Okay. That's some rich people meat right there. And they didn't have it. So Eugene, which I don't doubt that they wouldn't have gotten it for him if they did, but they didn't have any in stock. So they ended up getting tomahawk steaks. So if y'all ever go to Ruth's Chris or any type of steakhouse, or if you have like a chart house or something like that in your area that specializes in steaks, or a Capital Grill, places like that, You know that a tomahawk steak ain't no joke either. That's a big steak. So they got a bunch of steaks and whatnot, and their bill came up to almost $400 for the meal, child. I said, "Ooh, okay." But if you think about it, when you're planning a party, you probably would spend way more than that if you had it catered. So it was a good look. So I'm excited to see this event with Ashton. So in the next scene, Simone and Cecil chat with Omarosa, and they discuss the omission of why they were going the I guess the omission, I guess what they called it in their book, and why they were actually going to get divorced, which should be a part of the book. So Omarosa basically uncovers, she brings about, she's like, listen, I have everything from you guys, but it looks like you guys are only talking about the sunny sides of marriage and the good parts. And you're talking about stuff with other people's marriages. People are going to want to know what made your marriage break down and how did you come back from it. And Simone gets all extra, like as Simone does. You know, she can't talk in a low octave, child. Everything is a scream. Even when Omarosa called, "Hey girl," and I'm like, "Dad, can you take it down like 10 octaves? Do you have to talk to everybody yelling?" I'm just saying, where's your bedside manner for the phone? But you know, child, that's Simone. But I couldn't talk to her because I would get annoyed quickly. But moving on, Omarosa is like, you know, I hate to tell you, but ain't nobody gonna be buying this book if it's all, you know, flowers in a field. Like, people want to buy books like that, obviously, because they're having issues in their marriage and they want to know how to overcome them and how to work through them. If I'm reading a whole book of, you know, roses and y'all kicking the bobo and having a good time and how marriage is so great, everybody marriage is not great. Everybody goes through trials and tribulations in their marriage, and if you guys can't even uncover what be honest and forthcoming about what happened in the breakdown of your marriage, maybe this book ain't gonna work. And Omarosa was even like, this book may cause some turmoil in your marriage or break you guys apart if you can't get through this. So in the confessional, Cecil was like, you know what? F this book. We need to go back to therapy. So Simone starts laughing, and Cecil is looking at her like, do I look like I'm laughing? And Simone immediately stops laughing. It goes from ha 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 to oh, that wasn't a joke. Oh, all right. All right, we're gonna call the counselor. Because that's what y'all need to be doing. Okay. So yeah, I don't know about this book for Cecil and Simone. And Simone is just really, she can't get over the whole situation with Cecil and his friend. And I really want to know what happened now. Like, now this gonna make me want to buy the damn book, because I'm like, child, why you trying to hide it? What did Cecil do? Like, was it that bad? And in my head, I'm like, was it even really that bad? Like, were you just mad because he had a close friend and that she happened to be a female? Like, did the woman want to get with him? Like, what freaking happened? Put it in the book, girl. This gonna be a New York Times bestseller. Get through the get down, get through it with the counselor, put it in the book, and then put it in your pockets, because it's gonna make you some cash. Because obviously, if it's pissing you off this daggone much and you can't get over it, it's obviously gonna help other people. So that's all I got to say about that. So moving on, the kids arrive for Ashton's. Hold on, y'all. Let me make sure I'm in the right part. So Toya and Eugene are setting up for Ashton's birthday party, and they talk about a girl that Ashton invited that he likes, but the little girl can't come because she contracted the C-19. I guess they had to make sure all the kids got tested, obviously, because they're going to be around production and whatnot. And I think that even the cast constantly gets tested as well to make sure it's safe for everybody to be around each other. But Ashton, you know, he didn't seem to be he wasn't fretting about it. But, and when Toya told him, he was like, I already know, Mom. And I'm like, you texting this little girl? Y'all talking on the phone? Mm-hmm. These kids being grown behind the scenes. But anyway, it was nice to see Ashton helping Eugene to prep the food and whatnot and get ready for his dinner that he's having. So The kids arrive for Ashton's party, and he reads off the menu for them, and they're serving steaks, French fries, macaroni and cheese, and beignets for dessert. I was like, okay, go ahead, dinner. That sounds absolutely delicious. Then the kids, I thought it was so cute and cool. They had apple cider vinegar and like the sparkling cider. Not apple cider vinegar, child. They wouldn't drink that. Sparkling cider in little flutes as if they were drinking wine or whatever. So it was really, really nice to see the kids had a really good time. It was very elegant, very nicely put together. And it's nice to see Toya. And I love the fact that Toya and Eugene were doing this together for their kid. Like it really came out nice. And it's good to see them parenting and working together on this for their son. So in the next scene, Heavenly, Quad, and Jackie meet at Heavenly's house. And Jackie and Quad are checking on her because her mom unfortunately just passed away. And so, Heavenly is talking about the estranged relationship with her sister, how they really don't get along. But her mom's last dying word was that her and her sister work things out and get along. Heavenly said that she's been like the nerdy one, and her sister was always the popular girl at school. She was basically the it girl, and Heavenly was the more responsible girl, kind of stayed off to the side to herself. So that kind of caused them to clash a lot as they grew up. And even as her mom, would lean on them for things, she mainly leaned on Heavenly because she was always the more responsible kid. So I hope that they can find, a common ground and they can get along and, grant her mom's dying wish. So Heavenly even said that she's looked into counselors to help, her and her sister to try to find some common ground and build a relationship together. So Heavenly said that she even visited a prophet, and the prophet said, she said, I didn't even tell the prophet anything about anybody dying or anything. And the prophet said, somebody died around you, and they want you to know that their legs feel good and they're dancing, basically. And Heavenly was so shocked. She was like, her mom loved to dance, but as she got sick and she got older, obviously she lost the use of her legs as she was on a declining side of life. So that made her feel really good to hear that about her mom. So when Heavenly made the comment about her mom saying on her deathbed that she wanted her and her sister to get along, Quad makes a comment and says if Heavenly's mother could send her a message from the great beyond, she would tell her to stop being messy because she is pushing people away from her. Now, Quad, did you really have to say that? And y'all, Quad always has this Dr. Martin Luther King, I have a dream speech voice. She said, and I hate that she uses this voice to try to make whatever she's saying sound so much more profound. So she said it like, Heavenly's mother, if she could send her a message from the great beyond, she would tell her to stop being so messy because she's pushing her friends away. Quad, shut up. Like, I like you, but this is too much. Like, the girl's mama just died. Why are you using this as a way to give your I have a dream speech? And why does she always change her voice to, and if you know what I know, you better act right, because I'm telling you, Jesus gonna come down and strike you because you shouldn't be doing what you're doing. Why you always gotta act like you a preacher on the pulpit giving a speech to somebody to make what you're saying believable? It's still a bag of bullshit. I mean, like, I don't care what voice or how much you lower the octave or give it a little jazz pizzazz, it's still dumb. Knock it off, girl. Let this lady grieve. And good and goddamn well, her mama ain't up in heaven saying that. Girl, bye. Support your friend and shut the hell up. Anyway, moving on. They talk about her sister and saying that the heavenly sister saying the ice maker continues to go off at night randomly and she doesn't know why, and maybe that's a sign that her mom is like reaching out to her. So Quad makes a comment of maybe she just need to get that fixed. Child, I don't know, but people say all the time that once somebody close to them passes away, they do have odd things happening where apparently the person must be trying to reach out to them to let them know that they're okay, or just reach out and touch them in any way they can. So in the last scene, Jackie and Curtis have they hosted a vaccine drive party at their house, and they have it set up outside. Mainly probably because Jackie, like, yeah, y'all been giving these people these COVID tests. I don't want you coming up in my damn house putting no COVID on my good couches and counters. I'm gonna need y'all to keep it outside where it's nice, open, free air. Even though it's cold as hell, you gonna have an icicle on your ass. But I'm gonna need you to sit it on down outside. So they have somebody set it up. They even have heat lamps and whatnot. And I didn't even know it got that daggone cold in Atlanta, but I guess it did, child, because everybody looked like they was freezing their ass off. So they get there. Simone and Heavenly go over to the food truck, and Heavenly is like, "You ain't gonna get your man a plate." And Simone says, he can get his own daggone plate. I back it up and slurp it down so he can go come over here and get his own plate. I'm like, Simone, I don't even, much like Jackie, I don't want to hear anything about you backing it up or slurping it down, ma'am. Okay? With them big teeth, I hope you don't bite it off. But whatever. Curtis got his own plate. So then in comes Eugene and Toya, and of course Toya, Curtis. He must love him some Toya, child, because every time he see her, he got to reach out and touch her. He's about, Toya, I'm so excited that you're here, and gives her a hug. I'm like, Curtis, keep it back away from the Toya. Back away. We seen what you did 2 seasons ago with her sitting on your lap, child. You ain't fooling nobody because you trying to have her, that big booty Judy, sitting on your lap or fill up on her booty any type of way you can. Get your hands off of her, okay? You had enough. We've had enough of you. Don't get in trouble no more. But anyway, Eugene gets Toya's plate, and everybody has a comment about Eugene getting her plate. But I mean, listen, everybody got to eat. Somebody got to get it. If your husband get it, your wife get it, somebody get it. Just eat the damn food. Okay? Moving on. So they all the ladies end up sitting down and talking, and Toya, they talk about Anila's break-in. So Jackie calls Anila, and Anila has a mask on her face on the phone, but she walking around her damn house. I'm like, well, why you got a mask on in the house, sis? Do you think the burglars left a disease in your house that you got to protect yourself from? Okay, whatever. So she's still traumatized. So her and Kieran obviously are not coming to Jackie's event. So the ladies sit around giving their opinions and whatnot about what happened. So Contessa makes a comment. She's like, well, I mean, I don't mean no harm, but I've known Anila for quite some time, and I've been to her house. Ain't nothing in there that I was really like, ooh, I want to have that. I was like, Contessa, you get on my nerves, but that was damn funny. Okay. And looking around Anila's house, the house as a vessel looks amazing, but the things inside of it, not so much. I agree. I have to agree with Contessa on this one. I'm not going over to Anila's house and sizing it up for things that I want. Okay. But apparently they stole jewelry and stuff. So it's not like they took furniture. And if they're taking furniture out of the house, wouldn't that be very obvious? Like, y'all, they live in a gated, which I didn't understand that either. They live in a gated community. How did these people get in the community without permission? Like, who let them in? I have questions. I have a lot of questions. And apparently Toya was having a Christmas party that night. And correct me if I'm wrong, I thought Toya didn't live in the neighborhood anymore. So how was she? I don't know how anybody could, because Quad apparently, well, she's been trying to accuse her in the previous episode. She alluded to the fact that it could have been Toya that orchestrated this stuff somehow. Here's my thing. Toya has a big mouth. She's loud and wrong most of the time, and ghetto, and drinks Patron and thinks that it's a high quality tequila. Right there, I gotta say this. Toya, stop glorifying Patron. I'm gonna need you to get some Terramana in your life. I'm gonna need you to get some Casamigos. I'm gonna need you to up your tequila game, sis, before you jumping up and down over Patron. Patron is probably the lowest on the totem pole, right there next to 1800. And sorry if I sound like an alcoholic, but I love tequila, okay? And I actually love actual top quality tequila. And it seems like, she had some tequila. So she had a little buzz while they were talking, okay? So Quad ends up saying, she's like, so Toya says maybe Anila is lying. And I'm like, why would Anila lie about this? But then again, maybe Anila could have set it up, like I said, because she wanted to get her mama out the house. Hey, I don't put it past her. But it seems like it's just a lot of moving factors with this. There's so much that could be going on. But the last thing I would think is that Toya somehow orchestrated this. I somehow don't even think that Toya has enough connections, if you will, for somebody to do something like this. Like, why? And what would she get out of it? What is she going to get out of Anila's house that's going to make her richer than she is? Like, what satisfaction would she get from Anila's house being robbed? Now, Anila and her husband been messing with her and Eugene all season, but what would I get out of having her set up to get robbed? That doesn't make any sense. And that could have been that she could have gotten hurt. Her kids could have, she could have been there. The kids could have been there. Maybe if Toya knew that they were gone. But I don't bit more believe than the man in the moon that Toya set this mess up. I don't. I just don't. So Toya says maybe Anila's lying. Quad says, well, you lie all the time, but that doesn't mean anything. And Toya was like, what are you talking about? She was like, you lie and talk about my family all the time. So what's it to? Like, what else is going on? And so Quad and Toya are going back and forth. And I'm just like, what in the world? And apparently it's alleged that Carrie said that there was a hit on Anila. And so I'm just like, again, why would anybody want to put a hit on Anila? Like, out of all of them, why Anila? Like, of all things to create a storyline over. It's like all these housewives are having these random situations where they're getting robbed, though very unfortunate for all of them. I don't wish that on anybody, like I said, but it's so convenient. Very convenient. Like Anila's opening up this new store. That insurance money could be helpful to help her get the flooring that she got put in there that her mama said was expensive. I'm just saying, but I don't know. But I feel bad for her, and I hope she's able to recoup all of her things. And I'm glad that her family is safe, nevertheless. So Toya, throughout her rant, says that Heavenly, she brings Heavenly into it, saying that Heavenly is the one that said that Quad is that somehow she told her the rumors about Quad sleeping around, or that Toya was sleeping around with people in the neighborhood or whatever. And I'm like, I'm gonna need y'all to stop this. Heavenly never said that. Maybe in Toya's drunken stupor, she got it messed up. Heavenly was actually trying to help Toya's dumbass at Quad's Christmas holla sleigh party, or whatever the case may be. Heavenly was like, girl, Zaina, which was the girl that Anila brought to the party, ironically, she was saying Zaina is the one that is out here saying that you sleeping around with people in the neighborhood. So that's probably what they over here trying to do. They trying to set you up, girl. So I'm trying to help you out. So Heavenly wasn't even being messy in this moment. She's over here, mourning her mother. Nobody has asked her about it. Nobody is asking her if she's okay, giving their condolences, none of that. But they immediately start attacking her over her saying that Toya slept with somebody in the neighborhood. And the woman didn't even say that. Even when Quad was insinuating that that was the case on the phone with her, Heavenly was like, oh, no, I don't know about that. But you really think that? She was asking, does Quad think that? And even on Heavenly's YouTube channel, which everybody always got something to say about, she says she doesn't believe it. She said, I don't believe that Toya is sleeping with anybody in her neighborhood. And I don't believe that Quad is sleeping with no married man or no contractor. Quad works hard and she does what she do to get her own money. She don't need money from a man. She has said that several times. But it seems like Quad is trying to build it. Now Quad is going to be mad at her because now she's going to think that Heavenly somehow told Toya she's the orchestrator of all this drama, when Simone was the one that said that she was sleeping with the contractor, not Heavenly. And Heavenly didn't nowhere near co-sign these comments. So I feel like everybody is just rolling over Heavenly's back, and she's constantly getting stabbed in the back from these women, and it's really messed up. So Quad is probably going to end up being mad at Heavenly. They're going to end up having contention in their friendship all over something that she didn't even do. But child, whatever. Heavenly gets pissed and she says, child, and I am going to be saying this. Heavenly gets up pissed off. She says, you know what? I don't she said, I'm not a liar. She said, don't blame me. It's a lot of rumors about your ass, and I ain't a liar. I didn't say shit. I ain't fuck with nobody but my man, and I don't fuck with y'all, and y'all don't fuck with me and my mama. My mama just died. Y'all can kiss my ass and climb a tree. Child, kiss your ass and climb a tree, Heavenly? That is hilarious. Okay. And if y'all don't think I'm not going to be saying that, you got another thing coming. So I will be saying that from here on out. I may say it in the next video. Who knows? But it's hilarious. On her channel, she said that her mom used to say that. So that's where she got it from, which I thought that was really, really cool for her to say, pay, I guess, homage to her mama, child, with a read. But Heavenly gets up, tries to storm out, child. She can't even open the damn door. But Jackie is laughing her ass off, and she eventually gets up to help Heavenly create her great departure. So Toya is like, you know what? I don't listen. I don't have a lack of sympathy for people, but I can't have any sympathy for her because it seems like everybody always coming for me and everybody always has something to say about me. So I can't have no sympathy for her in this moment because people are constantly coming after my marriage and putting accusations out here. But I'm like, Toya, why are you putting this on Heavenly? Quad was the one that said it at the table. Zaina is the one that's putting the rumors out there. Heavenly wasn't the culprit. So why did you even bring her into it? She wasn't even saying anything or even in the midst of the drama. So I don't know how she somehow was the centerpiece of your foolishness this evening. I don't get it. I think everybody's just looking for a way to hate Heavenly, and it's actually getting annoying. So moving on. Toya says, I don't know about losing a mom because I haven't lost mine, but I'm not insensitive. But I can't be sensitive right now to people trying to tear down my marriage. Contessa comes outside to fake give Heavenly a hug. Like, Contessa is the fakest broad. Like, girl, you was just talking crap about her. Now you want to go out here and apologize for everything that happened in the house and all that. Girl, bye. And Quad was out there. She stopped Heavenly and talked to her and said, you know, we really need to analyze who we're around because that's really messed up that they didn't say anything or, you know, give their condolences over your mom just passing away. We really need to pay attention to who we're hanging out with and their intentions. And then here comes Contessa coming outside doing her bit. I'm like, girl, go get out of here. Why are you even out here? Stay in the house and talk shit with Toya because that's what you want to do. I don't even know why you out here being fake because you can't stand the girl. So why are you doing this? Like, she is just so fake. I can't. So then Toya tells Simone she should have had her back. And Simone tells her to put her issues to the side because Heavenly's mom did just pass away, and so she needs to calm down. And Toya said it's hard to watch them giggle and laugh like nothing happened. Like, girl, nobody was giggling at you. Don't nobody in this group really believe that you slept with nobody in the neighborhood. And if you didn't do it, who gives a shit what these birds think? Who cares? Long as your husband believes you, that's all that matters. The problem is y'all give shit life when you keep on talking about it. And that's that on that. Let's get into these comments, y'all. Y Smith says Toya is always saying negative things about Eugene. So who needs to step in and tear apart her marriage? Right. Oh yeah, y'all, I missed a big part when Heavenly stormed out. Hold on, because I gotta say this verbatim. Because Heavenly said, where did I put it at, y'all? Heavenly leaves out and tells Daddy it's time to go. And she said, Toya putting out bullshit. I don't have no desires. My man dick big, okay? She said, I don't have no desires for no other man. My man dick big, okay? I'm like, Heavenly, why did you... Why you had to tell everybody about that man's member? And all the men sitting over there looking confused. Cecil laughing his ass off. And everybody just looking confused because Eugene doesn't know, obviously, at this point, that Toya been airing him out saying that he's lacking in the middle, okay, down below, okay. The balls is hanging lower than the stick, all right. So I don't know, but when he finds that out, I can't wait to see what he say to Toya because that was highly disrespectful. Okay. Miss B says, what's up, Miss B? Thank you, thank you, thank you for coming on and watching. Thank all of y'all for watching. I really appreciate y'all. Miss B says, Contessa do give fake, her and her husband. Yeah, I'm so over them. And Scott tried to stay in the back in the corner because he don't want to be in trouble no more, child. Y. Smith says, who says on television that they were disappointed when they realized their husband's eggplant will not grow larger with time? Toya, dumbass. That is the ultimate embarrassment. Like, why would you do that? That's your husband. You married him, sis. So are you riding air and mad about it? Maybe you are hunching on the men in the neighborhood so that you can make up for your lost time. I don't know. But girl, child, I can't. I hope she ain't sleeping around with the men's in the neighborhood, child, because that would be that would be tragic. Okay. But thank y'all for watching. Please, please, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with anybody that watches this show too. And also hit that notification bell so you know whenever I come back on. And visit shayrenee.net for merchandise from my channel. T-shirts with healthy expressions, detox teas, all those things to get your mind right, sis. All right. So thank y'all for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.